good morning out there, everybody. Sarasota Tim. How are you, 62,000, approaching 63,000 beautiful souls, doing this morning? Well, I'm doing really good, as I try to do every morning. I'm just sitting here recuperating my eye, and my eye is doing very well. I'm going to make a little bit of coffee here. I already had 1 cup. I thought I'd have you guys join me. And we're going to do something a little bit different this morning with morning chat. I read the devotional. I'm not going to read the devotional this morning. I just thought I would talk to you guys. We'll try to keep it positive. And let's get this coffee going right here. Let's put out a little romantic glow. Let's get a little candle going here, and this will smell good. I like candles. I got 2. I got 1 over there too. But we'll just light this one here. It's like I smell it already. It's like a gardenia, or let me see what it says on here. You know, those are those high dollar candles, but you get them for a cheap price at the mall all the time when they have that sale. White gardenia. Pretty. Yes, I'm a man and I like a candle. What can I tell you? Hey, while this coffee's brewing, I thought, here's my front window. We can't see anything out there because it's still 6:21. Doesn't get daylight till noon. It gets dark at 3. This weird time zone. I wish they would change it, don't you? To where we could have daylight till like at least 8 o'clock at night. I mean, it's getting dark at 6, 5. It is a little bit later now. We're getting towards the end, hopefully. Put this little lighter away. And you can see I got a couple of dirty dishes there. I didn't go to the store yesterday. When I got home, it was right at daybreak. I slept most of the day. I watched TV, just kind of resting my eye, and read a little bit. I didn't fiddle around with anything. My e-bike is still with my neighbor next door over here. I had him, he said, hey, you can just leave it over here. You're going back Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, I'm going to go back to West Palm. He said, you just want to leave it here? You can leave it here. It's not bothering me. So, and it's not bothering anybody sitting over here at my house, locked up. Nobody bothers anything around here. This place, you know, when you live somewhere, you want to live somewhere that's clean, quiet, and safe, right? Safety first. And I couldn't throw a dart and be any safer. I mean, there's millions of places like this, but there's millions that aren't. And I'm in a safe place, and that's very important to me. I'm taking you back here to show you the bedroom. The reason I'm showing it to you again is because I'm so proud of it. But coming home, just after a few days, sleeping somewhere else, it's so nice, as you guys mentioned in your comments, to come home. And to come home to my brand new camper that smells new, is new. I keep it new. And I've got this wonderful queen bed here with the memory foam on top of the nice mattress that came with it. It is so comfortable. It really is. And I do like the bedclothes that I picked out at Kohl's. And so one of you were saying something about I didn't have my pillows right. So I've rearranged it this way. How's this? Anyway, it looks pretty good. You can see my TV here is not pushed back up against the wall because, do I have you guys on back out? Okay. I was watching it. I've got my my remote right here, and then you see the things up there that I put over my eyes. I don't use them much, but I did yesterday because I wanted to sleep during the day, which was very unusual for me. I'm just trying to do, you know, the right thing about the eye. And the 2 fans, I know a lot of you have asked me about these. When I got those fans, gosh, 7 years ago, when I bought the 4Runner, I was going to do some cross-country car camping and go out to Utah and everything. Watch that video. 21 4Runner conquers Hell's Revenge. I know a few of you have watched it because I see you left a comment. It showed up in my comment section. 21 4Runner conquers Hell's Revenge. Look what I did with my brand new 4Runner. Anyway, I bought these to sleep in the back and have some fans before I knew about you could just idle your engine. And these lithium battery Opolar, they changed the name. You can't find them anymore. They're 8-inch. They were $40 a piece. They have a low, medium, and high, and then an oscillation. Not the fan doesn't move, but it goes from low, medium, and high. It keeps switching. I only use low because a fan like that, you only want really kind of near you, and the air is going to get to you after it's been running for 5 seconds. And on low, 2 days. I kid you not. That thing will run 48 hours before dying. I mean, they're amazing, amazing. So you can find them on Amazon that look like that, but they're not Opolar. They're under some other name now. But they're the 8-inch lithium battery rechargeable fan, and they have this little clip. Let me show you. Let me show you. So you see, they got this big old alligator clip. It's a big old thing, and you can. It sits on the table too, like it's a base. And because the swivel, let me show you. I put them right in there. Because they swivel this way and this way, you can articulate literally any possibility of a position you want. So if you can find them or a knockoff, well, they're all made in China. Make my bed back. Get you one. They're really, really nice. My coffee's ready. You see, I keep the stairs folded up in here because I could put them out, you know, on the ground out there to have a little bit more of a room right here. And maybe I will. I'm not sure. That's my dirty laundry. Got to do some laundry soon. You guys know about all the room I have right here between the bed. It's just amazing. And these rugs, when I take these up to shake them out, this camper looks completely different without all these rugs. Let's look back. Look through there. These rugs make it. I got those at Home Goods, and they're the real nice kind. That's my electric fan that's running instead of using my propane furnace that comes out here that'll run you out of here, and instead of using the fireplace. However, why don't we put the fireplace on? Little remote here. Let me show you. I don't know why I'm holding the camera this way. I could turn it around, but watch this. Boom. And I can see that it's 66 degrees in here. There's a little thing over there, and the last little light isn't on, so it's warm enough in here that the heat is not coming on. It's just the ambiance. And there's different levels of flame, different colors that you can put on. I have some colors right here. So when I turn my LED lights out that are overhead, I have like this psychedelic type thing going on. Then of course I have these little lights right here that also have like these colors, red and blue, green and blue. So I can set it up real cool like. All right, let's get this coffee. Put that down here in this nice little dish rag that a subscriber gave me. I'm just going to use a fork. Whatever reaches my hand, it'll stir it. I cut my hair this morning myself. Yeah, I can go to the barber, and I'm going back down to Del Rey on Wednesday. I could have saw my guy, but I mean, he's $26 or $7 with the tax. Then you got to throw him a fin, and you know, you're $30-something. You go, eh. So I did it, and I think I did a fair job. I got the Gyrene look. And here's my little car and my 4Runner over here. I saw a 4Runner the other day at the red light, and I pulled up, and the guy saw I was trying to talk to him. He's trying to roll his window down. He didn't have tinted windows, and I saw his hand over there on the driver's window, and he's fiddling around. He can't even find the button. He doesn't even know what he's got. But he finally got his window down, and I was saying, "Hey, how you doing this morning?" I said, "I just wanted to say you got a nice 4Runner there. I had the same one, the same color. His was completely Barcelona red without any modifications. If you've been watching me a while, you know I changed the door handles. I put chrome covers on them, and I put the rack on the roof and the bigger tires and wheels. Well, not wheels, but the KO2 tires, and on and on and on. But his looked great, just stock. And he said, "Oh, don't tell me any of that. I don't have to spend any more money." But it was a real pretty SR5 4Runner. I was listening to music this morning on Pandora, and I like that station. It's called Classic Country. I was singing. No, it's my little, my DJI mic will actually fit in. Let me take this little lid off. I'll show you. Can you do this, Baker? Hang on. Yeah, I can do it. You take this off, and my DJI mic that I put on my chest literally clips and slides into this right here. And I saw some people on YouTube have them. "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?" So it's kind of corny, but I might use it sometime. I actually got it because I was using my other mic before the DJI mic came, and I came back home to get it. It sat here for 2 weeks, and I didn't have a wind muff on my other mic, and I was fighting all that wind noise, remember? So this came in the mail, and I figured I could put it behind that, this screen, this muffing, this foam thing, and I wouldn't have too much wind noise. I'm always trying to bring you guys the best audio quality because it's really important. Woo! The coffee and the little heater. It's going to be a beautiful day today. 77, but it shows clouds. It doesn't show a sunny icon. So I don't know. What I definitely need to do today for you guys is go, it's 10 minutes from me. Campers Inn, where I made some videos on some RVs. It's right over here near me. There is the Equestrian Center here. This is about 10 minutes from me. That is having an RV show. And what's the name of that big RV dealer? They're in town here too. Continental or something like that. Whatever it is. 2 or 3 dealers are going to be there. All kinds of RVs. A big show. $10 to get in. I wanted to go yesterday, but like I said earlier in the video, I was just resting and sleeping and just chilling out here at the house. I'm going to turn this heater off and unplug it. There we go. Kill that action. But today is the last day, and I was going to go to the one that's in West Palm that starts on the 15th. I'll be down there on the 14th, so I very well may. I got to see the doctor and get videos of 2 RV shows. Maybe I'll find something different, but I'll definitely probably ride over there today and make some videos for you guys. What else I got to do? I need to do a little food shopping, and I can't go to the gym and do any lifting yet. Last night I didn't have any food in here, so I'm scraping out the cabinets. I'm eating peanut butter and jelly on some crackers, and I had 2 Diet Cokes, the little mini cans that I bought that were in the Dometic cooler that's in the crusher. I brought those in, then I went to water. Now I'm on coffee. There's no toast, there's no cereal, there's no nothing in here this morning. So I keep thinking, Tim, don't buy anything. Just, go out and have a salad or something today to kill your hunger pains and lose a few pounds, because I could use a few pounds off. And I look at videos of me when I was working out harder, and somebody left a comment on one. I looked at it, And I saw the video was a video like 3-4 months ago. I was like, whoa. Things can change, folks. Time changes us. So we have to do what we can to stay in shape, to watch our diet, to maintain our weight, to keep the face look, the arm look, the body look, the muscle exclassicity. Is that a word? Yesterday, I know I didn't get omniscient. I pronounced it omnipotent or something about God in the devotional. It's omniscient. Yep. So I got that one right now. Don't give up on me. But really, my feeling about being in Jacksonville, Florida, and right now I'm just sitting in the crasher, you know, at the place where I'm at. But driving around this area and then the Orange Park area of Jacksonville, that's kind of like my stomping ground. That's where my gym is, BJ's, some eateries, and that really good Mexican restaurant that has that special on carnitas on Mondays. I'm going to have to get back over there for sure. That has nothing to do with my diet, but once a week, maybe I'll do that. What's today? Sunday. Oh, that's tomorrow. Ooh. I might have to go over there. It's a low price for the carnitas dinner. And I'm starting to look for deals. Starting this moment, and I would encourage you to do the same thing, is, you know, going out buying coffees and breakfast sandwiches at McDonald's or anywhere, spending unnecessary money, driving places, burning gas, you know, buying new shoes and shirts and pants. I mean, I did a few things. I've been spending some money the last couple of months, you know, to have warm wear for up here in Jacksonville. My shoe department needed to have a little change, and I can justify these things, I guess, but I look at it now and I say, all right, you spent that money, you got those things, now you're done. Don't just start trying to be frugal. Find ways that you can tap the brakes, that you don't need to spend money unnecessarily, because every dollar saved is a dollar earned, is a dollar saved, dollar earned, whatever they say. But don't spend your dollars. Get debt free, apply that towards your debt, work your goal towards getting your Social Security one day, and supplementing that Social Security. I had a comment I read this morning, $900, I can't live on that. Well, who could? Who could live on $1,700? You have to do a little side hustle, but you're not going to have to work 40 hours a week anymore. That's the key. It's to start living. So what, you got to work a little bit, but you get to choose, because you're going to be part-time. They're not going to be giving you all these benefits. It's not going to be, you know, like somebody demanding that you do all this while you're there. It's going to be expected of you to do what you're supposed to do. Just like we talked about Jared the other day. He said, I can put my phone away for 8 hours. You know, you give me a paycheck, I'll give you a good day's work. We both hold our heads high. So find a little niche, you know, to make some money. He's talking about him, Jared, you know, he's got that skill set about how to do home improvement and what do they call it? Handyman work. And now he has his whole days, even as a young guy, to make more money, and he's working a graveyard shift. Hey, maybe right now you could switch your career if you're not into a job that's got a pension and a 401, and it's just one of these regular jobs that a lot of people have, multiple jobs over their life. Maybe something you can find would be to where you could work nights. But a lot of people, he said, don't like nights because they can't stay awake. But you just have to, you know, like him and myself, I only need about 4 hours sleep. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do. I'm going to blow out the gardenias. I can smell them. That's enough. That's enough gardenia in here. Here's the way I do it. I just put the lid on like that. Oh, I thought it was getting hot, but it wouldn't. My imagination. Here's all my pills. Pills. My drops. There's my new Nike shoes, my Reef flip-flops that I lived in down there in West Palm. And they're great when you go to the gym to go in and out of the shower. And, those other shoes are impossible to put on. They really are. The new Nike shoes, the tongue, when you loosen the laces, it doesn't move around. It's sewn to the shoe. So really loosen the laces doesn't even really help much because you still have to slide your foot in. It's all one. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but it's really weird how they're doing it now. And these are the upper scale Nikes. Clock is still keeping perfect time. 6:40. 6:40. I just love this camper, folks. I love this this retired life, this single life, I feel like I'm always having to ask somebody or check in with somebody. Somebody wrote in the comments that it is a good idea to let somebody know where you're going, and that is true. That is absolutely true. Of course, everybody knows where I'm at all the time. I'm always announcing it ahead of time. But it's just an amazing feeling at 65 years old. I don't know if it's because I live on a house with wheels or I'm new up here and I have nobody. I have no kids, no wife, girlfriends, nothing like around me, involved with me. I am a complete solo. And the ideas that I get in my mind is so exciting because, and I'm not saying that this is the life that is the best. It's always great to share life with someone that you're compatible with. And I'm sure that if God puts somebody in my life, that'll be what I'll do. I'm not one of these kind of people though that put a sign out, vacancy, or go on those websites and have to find someone to fill in a slot because they are lonely or they just can't handle. To me, every time in my life between marriages and what have you, this is like a no distraction life. I can do and read and get up at whatever hour. I'm not a noisy person, but I'm not worrying about disturbing anybody. I want to go. I'm going to hook this thing up and take off to Texas. Whatever. It's just my decision. And there's something I really get off on that about the freedom of just doing whatever the heck I want to do. And that's the best life for me. And the fact that, at this point in life, I've done it most of my life when I had my own business because I could work when I wanted to work. My business was my business and nobody knew when I did or didn't as long as they were benefiting from the service I provided. And I was benefiting from making some money to pay my bills and put gas in my car. Everything was good. But now, like we talk about, getting a free check, affording me to do a lot less of that, and that was even almost part-time, to do a lot less of that because I've got $1,700 coming in. So I have $1,700 worth of selling hours, whatever you want to call it, less I have to give to a prison job. I've been paroled $1,700 worth a month. And then I'm re-enlisted in the hours that I need to put in to double that through a side hustle. And that's what you would have to do. And then the key, right? Debt free. You cannot owe anything to anybody except the stuff that you cannot avoid. You got to eat. You got to buy gas. You got to have car insurance. You probably have one credit card. I don't know what you need to use it for except in place of cash. You got to have, your health insurance, just the built-in, your rent, your mortgage, or your lot space, something, utilities. But dang, that's enough, isn't it? That's enough. About 2 years before I got my Social Security, I was telling myself, I was getting excited. I was saying, when I get my $1,700, at the time it was only $1,550 until the big raise we got a couple of years ago, whatever it was, the 8.7%. Man, that was a nice little bump in the arm, shot in the arm. I was just imagining, wow, I mean, that's going to cover rent, electric, a car payment maybe, because I was leasing one at the time. Now I don't want none of that. I don't have any of that. I don't want that. I'll drive a beater, a reliable beater, a very nice beater before I'll ever make car payments again. Ever. No more payments. And I thought, wow, I'll get that $1,550 and, without even leaving the door, I've got my overhead covered, because I was still working and I had some debt and the regular bills, like I just mentioned. And I thought, man, everything I make, I can just, save, or that's just bonus money, or the money to travel, to go out to dinner, to buy clothing and that kind of thing. And that's exactly what happened. And now that comes in, and every 30 days when something is due, and these 5 or 6 people that you can't avoid in your life forever that want money, like the electric company, the water company, the trash company, the insurance company, your medical insurance company, your lot space, your rent, your low mortgage if you got one, or your taxes if you don't have a mortgage. All these people that sit here with their hand out, you get a check and you can go cash it. Well, it's in your bank, and you can send them via internet. That's the way we do it today. They're little crumbs. They're little, here you go. And then that's pretty much gone, but it's a decent amount. So it really helps. Just think, if you got $150 starting tomorrow deposited in your account for the rest of your life, would you turn it down? If it was $50. So what do you think you're going to do with $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $1,700 Social Security? You're going to be excited as heck. And you're going to be excited about getting that ASAP. None of that waiting, for a few $100 more for 5 years. Meanwhile, you could be, out of here, or completely lose your whole perspective, your attitude, your energy. Something can happen. The worst case scenario, like I said, you could be out of here. You get that money, you sign up for that as soon as you can, and you get that coming in. And now when those people are holding their hands out, you got it. Free. It's free. Your rent is free. Your food is free. Your electric is free. The government, because you paid in your taxes, now the government gives you your check, and there's no way they're never going to get rid of it. Don't let anybody scare you about that. There would be such an uprising, you would never see the light if they ever said something like that. They're changing the age of how old you got to be to get it. Like I'm 66 and 8 months for full retirement. It's 67 now, but I don't think it's changed. It hasn't changed of when you can get it at 62. I mean, that would be, people would raise hell about that, wouldn't they? I mean, if they announce tomorrow, no longer can get it at 62, you got to wait till you're 63 or 4. Man. And there may be talk about it. I don't know. But anyway, if you're close, get it. I mean, why take a chance if there is any of that that could happen, or they change the amounts, or when they pay and how, whatever. Get your money. And I've enjoyed it for 3 years now. I have no regrets whatsoever. I get excited about it every time I see that deposit. At the end of every month, it goes in there, and my bank account goes, boop, pop backs up, and then all the month long, and boop, pops back up. I love it. And what did I do? I just sat and waited for it. I mean, I went out and made money other ways too, but I mean, Just like Jared said the other day, you got to have more than one way. He said one source of income is the closest to no income. And man, that was profound. Something like that. And so, yeah, have a couple of streams of income, even if you were doing something for somebody one day a week, one day a month that paid you $50, $75, $100 a month extra. And it was just a little thing you did, but every month, like clockwork, you had this lock on pulling in this extra 50 or $100 or $150, you know? And then get something else. Get yourself as many streams as you can create. You can find things that you can ask people, you know, a lot of people in Florida, they go up north, and there's people that literally house watch. They don't stay in their house, but they go by once a month, once a week, and just make sure the water line didn't break. There's no flood in there, and you know there's no bugs or mold, or you know nobody broke in, and people are concerned about it, and they'll pay you a small fee if they trust you and give you the key while they're away 5 or 6 months a year up in the north to go and check their house. Run an ad on Facebook. Run an ad on Craigslist. You know, ask your around the pool, around the clubhouse. Ask your neighbors if you stay year round in Florida here, and they leave. Hey, would you like me to, you know, for a small amount? Yeah. So there's all kinds of ways of making a little bit of money. And, you know, another great way of making some money is every time I put something on Marketplace to sell it, somebody will say, is this still available? And you'll click, yes, it's available, and you never hear from them again. But a lot of people will respond, and they will insult you and give you an offer of $100 for something you're asking $300 for. Because they know that even though they don't know what that product really could be worth, they're not going to get hurt on that amount. And some people will just say, sure, you know, anything, just come get it. People are like that. And they turn right around and resell it for $200. And what is that? That's a 100% profit. And people that have a garage that are buying and selling things on Marketplace for cash, they have everything from bicycles to you name it that they go and pick up. And some people just get off on that. They like the little trading of it, and they're in everything very cheap. They're not going to get hurt on it. Even if it took a month to sell something, it'll eventually sell. And it's going to sell, I mean, at least what you got in it. So you can make money like that. Become an entrepreneur. You know, think of some things. You don't have to go to work for a Walmart or Target or some construction site and bust your hump. You can get some, you know, go to that golf course and apply for the pro shop, or out there at the cart thing where you give the keys to a golf cart to somebody, or when they come in, wipe down their clubs for them and get a tip and get free golf. You know, you a golfer? Talking to you guys out there. A lot of ladies too, they go to these golf courses and they have these carts that you can drive, and you go around from hole to hole and you sell drinks and sandwiches and beers to the golfers, and they tip you out. And you get in with one of these companies. I mean, I know some women in time I played golf over in Sarasota, they were doing that for years. And the one lady that worked in the little restaurant they had there, she worked like 3 hours a day and brought the food out to the table, met everybody, knew everybody. She picked up tips. She enjoyed it. Yeah, it's waitress work, but it's not, you know, the graveyard and 8 hours a day, a few hours, you know, for lunch or something. So anyway, that's enough ideas on side hustles. Let's move on. The coffee's kicking in. I'm all hopped up. It's still dark outside. It's 6:54. Should be getting daylight soon. I will get dressed. I'm going to take a shower and rinse I might have a little bit of hair on my shoulders from when I cut my hair. I'll take a nice shower, wash this sleep off, and redress. I'll go to Walmart or Publix and get my food. I've got a little list going on. We might make a video of it. And then at 10 o'clock is that RV show that it runs till only 4 today because it's Sunday. And I'm either going to go or I'll go to the one in West Palm. But I got nothing else to do. I'll probably go over there. I want it to be a pretty day, though. But then again, I don't want it to be too hot because you go in and out of these things and they don't have any, electric on all of them going, and they're hot to go in. But I think there was like 7,500 people that went to this one last year. I'm really disappointed that I didn't get to go to the Tampa RV show, the largest in the country, a few weeks ago when I took the Crasher here and towed it back to West Palm to get my eye drop prescription refilled, only to find out the doctor said, well, I'm not going to refill the prescription until I check you again. It's been 6 months. And then as soon as he checked me, he said, oh, your pressure is super high. You need to do the surgery. So I ended up staying there with the Crasher. You know the story. Canceled out the RV show, got the surgery, brought the Crasher back here, went back there, stayed at Ted and Jolene's, which was a blessing because I was there for a while and somewhere to put the Crasher was inconvenient. I had no sewer and all that. Hey, I ended up just going over to LA Fitness, and then they have facilities. God knew it. See, God took care of me. God takes care of everybody that seek him first. And I just didn't want you guys to think, and I'm going to say this cautiously, that this has to be every morning. I'm a preacher. I'm a teacher. I'm going to do that every day. I have no problem with it. I enjoy it. I enjoy sharing. But we can also, just talk about encouragement, and what we need to do is good, people. There's a lot of people that watch me out there that I have seen in the comments that you don't, believe in God, or you're not a Christian, or you're Jewish, or you're Catholic, or you're Seventh-day Adventist maybe, or you're a Mormon, and I love everybody. I don't want to judge anybody. I follow mine, you follow yours. But I like the videos that I make a lot of times in the morning to not ostracize anybody. It's not what some people have said in comments before, that I'm cowtailing or I'm apologizing. That whole apology video was a mistake. There was nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with me kidding around like I do, saying what I did. It was always in a sense of humor. It was never a vulgar cussing type thing. So I made it. I left the video up. I'm not going to delete it. I said it, and that's it. It was just that, I felt bad for the nice lady that was offended, and I feel bad for anybody else that finds it offensive. But I'm just telling you right now, it's just a joke. It's not a terrible word, and prison jobs is also a joke. So you got to get me. But we're not changing around here. So let's get the shower going. Let's get ready to make it happen this morning. By the way, before I end the video, T-Mobile, here where I live, T-Mobile, all the way up from here to there, T-Mobile, down in West Palm Beach. It is so amazing. I'm 57 gigs into my 100 gigs of premium data. That doesn't mean I run out. My phone doesn't work after 100. It's just that I guess it says that, I don't get the premium data. Well, that premium data, it truly is premium fast data. And the hotspot to run my TV, to watch, YouTube or whatever else I want to watch that requires internet. The digital TV doesn't require anything, and that's really what I watch, is a Grit TV and TV Land and those other, old channels. So I'm not running out. And when I do, I'll let you know what happens. But it's been awesome, and I'm so happy about that. I hope when I travel, when I start going down the 10 heading out west, that T-Mobile is like Verizon and AT&T, that it's a pretty good coverage, all the way across the country when we go. That's number one. Number two is, I realize my videos, this is why I said, something about this morning, is lately I haven't been able to make a lot of outside content. I was nursing myself. I got this surgery done, so I'm not out banging around, interviewing people, going here, doing that, doing this, walking down the beach. And I don't want you to be bored with me, but that's all going to change as I nurse myself back. And believe me, I'm antsy. I'm not going to sit still. We're going to hook this baby up, or we're going to be out riding around in Jacksonville until it does warm up a little bit more in the country. As soon as I know my doctor says, I don't need to see you next week, I can see you in 6 months. And I'm ready to go. We're going to bring you some exciting content. Please continue to watch and check in, because there's going to be some great content that I'm going to share with you guys about my life and things to do and things that you might want to try and do, and that kind of thing, and about retirement and the way I'm living on retirement. Okay, so we got that. So hang in there for more content. Let me get rid of this little notification I got there so I can see myself. What was the other thing? I want to please ask, and you were so good about doing this for me, if you could just check, because the subscribers keep going up. I think people have checked and found out they were unsubscribed and resubscribed. And if you become unsubscribed again, if you don't mind, resubscribe 2 or 3 more times if you have to. Just check every now and then maybe it'll stick, because it is happening. I saw another YouTuber that said in the comments, a commenter said, I was unsubscribed to your channel. I don't know why. And I contacted Google and did a chat, and they said something about they are aware of something and they're trying to fix it. So it doesn't, make money for YouTubers. It's just that I want to get to, however long it takes. I'm not going anywhere. I want to get to 100,000 subscribers. I want to get to 1 million, 1 billion. I'm greedy. Let's get everybody subscribed to Sarasota Tim. But no, check it out, folks, if you wouldn't mind. And more importantly, if you wouldn't mind, and this is where I beg, is the Amazon link. Hey, I get paid. Amazon shares pennies, but pennies from hundreds of people that shop on Amazon anyway that were to use my affiliate link. And all the YouTubers are Amazon affiliates. All the YouTubers are probably asking you to use my Amazon link. I know several do. And, on your normal shopping. And what happens is it doesn't cost you a penny. And you just click on the link. It's in the front of my YouTube page. I do not put it in the description box of the videos anymore. It's just that you go to Sarasota Tim YouTube channel, and you'll see it right there. It says something about links, or where it says more, and you click on that, and that's where you can find my links to my Facebooks or emails and Amazons and buy me a coffee, and all the links are available for you to use to support the channel should you want to fool with it. And I just put it out there every now and then because a lot of you want to. And so I remind new ones that say, hey, I would have if I'd known. So I'm telling you. All right, so Amazon, check your subscription. Stay tuned for new great content coming. Hang in there. Keep praying. Keep being kind. Keep lifting people's spirits up. Find ways to compliment people. Find ways to get on common ground with people. You'll be surprised what a small world it is when you ask somebody where they're from or where they've been, and in conversation, that how many people have been to the same places, the same town, as you have. And it's wonderful when you can meet someone that, you know, that has that in common with you. You can become great friends. You can make a new friend. And it's hard to make new friends. It takes years to become a friend. Everybody's kind of an acquaintance that you just meet. But it's nice to make new friends. You never know what they might do or how they can open a door for you or support you. And you can do the same for them. So make acquaintances, make friends, meet people. They need you and you need them. We need each other. We need to crush it.